Hello, today I want to show you how to use the Epson Brightling Pro projectors you'll find on several classrooms in Memorial Hall. And I am in room, I believe, 134 and 135. They're right next to each other. They're very similar. The new area of Memorial, 101A and B, the Biz Hub, have similar boards, but they work really well if you have your own laptop. This one is connected to the computer in the classroom. However, you can use it separately. So the first thing I want to show you is using these projectors, and you'll find these in several rooms in Memorial. Use them without the computer first. And the way to do that, and the reason for that would be you may have something you just want to write on the board, like a math equation, or draw a map, or bring up a picture that you can do through the flash drive USB port here. So to get this on without the computer, and we'll go over the computer next, there is an on switch you turn on right here. And then once you turn on the on switch, the projector comes on. And a lot of people call these smart boards, but they're really, it's really not about the board as much as it is about this projector. The technology is in the projector, as opposed to the smart boards and active boards you'll find in the Brown building, where the technology is actually in the board. So when you turn this on without the computer, you will see several options here. And right now we're just going to do the whiteboard here. So to do that, I'm going to use my finger and click whiteboard. And there's the whiteboard. Now, I want to remind you, there are regular markers in most of these rooms where you can use this to draw on, but I recommend using the interactive board with these markers over here. And it can save, it can do multiple colors, and you don't have to erase anything. So, but the projector is on now, and when it first comes on, there's a lot of tools down here. One of my favorite tools is the save button here. And that's something you will use a lot to save, if you want to save. It's always a good idea to save. And there's a flash drive, a spot here for the USB port to save. But one of the most common things is to use the tools over here. And that's this arrow here. I'm going to push that. And this comes up with more tools. And these are the ones you're going to use with the marker especially. And here's a marker. There's two of them. So you could have two people up here together. I've got the marker, and I'm going to choose the color I want. So let's say you wanted to choose red. You would do, click the red button with the marker, and then come over here and draw whatever you need to draw. So this is really nice. And let's say you've drawn a lot and you want to save it. There's a save button right here. We'll come back to that in a second. If you want to switch colors, you just take your marker and choose, there's blue. And here's a highlighter. So the highlighter, I click the yellow part of the highlight, and then there's the highlight there. Now, let's say you want to erase some of that. You just take your marker and click the eraser dot there, and then it's gone. That's how you erase. If you want to completely start over, you can click the button here, right there, to clear the entire screen. If this is important and you would like to save it, put it on Georgia View, you can do that. I'm going to take my finger. I like to use my finger for the different tools, but the marker for the marker. And by the way, there are more tools over here. For example, there's a camera button here where you can insert a picture from the USB port. And there's also selection tools here. So the most common ones are the markers and the eraser. And then when you want to save, I'll take my finger and click the disc right here. And there's kind of a glare in this room at this angle, but what's showing here is a way to save. and then you can save as PDF. There are several options there. So PDF is good, but if you just want a picture, PNG would work. And there's the USB storage by default would go right there. So that is a quick rundown on how to use this board. When you're through with this board, watch me undo cancel. If you're not going to need that, or if you've already saved it, you can clear it over here. Do you want to clear a screen? It's gone. If you're through for the day, you can turn the board off by clicking the on button once. And this comes up, and then you click it again, and it's off. That's the board by itself. The next part of the video, we're going to take a look at the computer and how it works with the board. In the last segment, we looked at how to use the whiteboard by itself. Now I've got the computer on, and by the way, the computers are small black boxes, usually on a table next to the monitor. So I've turned the computer on and the projector on, and I've just gone to a website, and I just wanted to show you over here, you still have the same toolbar. So, and by the way, mine was on mouse, so I'm just putting it back on pen. And then to draw, there's something I previously draw through. Let's get that off. You just take your marker, and then you can draw and interact in the same way. You can make selections, you can draw with different colors, and you can still save. You still have the option to save down here or bring in another picture. So that's a real quick look at how to use the whiteboard by itself and how to use the whiteboard with your computer. We have a website to support this. If you have more questions with more videos, it's at libguides.daltonstate.edu/technology, and you will find a link there for the Epson Brightling Pro. So thank you very much for watching.